advice would you like to give a tourist visiting Shipkila regarding health precautions, first aid and emergency readiness?
Basically, we all know that mountain sickness, it happens at high altitude. And Shipkila is at almost 13,000 feet.
And a very heartfelt welcome. Welcome to the Voice of Kinnaur, sir. We have a Chief Medical Officer of Kinnaur, Himachal Pradesh, Mr. Sonam Negi, and posted at the district headquarters in Rikongpio, a dedicated and experienced healthcare professional. Dr. Negi has leased the public health system in one of the most remote and high altitude districts of Himachal Pradesh. His work involves managing a network of hospitals, primary health centers and outreach program across the rugged terrain of Kinnaur. With a growing interest in border tourism at Shipkila, Dr. Negi and his team are focusing on altitude-related health risks, emergency preparedness and ensuring that tourist influx does not strain the local health system. His emphasis on prevention care, other government department marks his tenure as both people-centric and visionary. Welcome to our Voice of Kinnaur, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Your first question is, what are some of the most common medical challenges faced by the local population of Kinnaur, especially remote villages?
Basically, it is a dynamic thing. Health is a dynamic thing. Earlier, before LPG, etc., we used to have a lot of COPD cases, lung-related, respiratory-related cases. Okay. But now, with the improvement in your lifestyle as well as standard of living has improved, so that way now instead of respiratory diseases, lifestyle-related diseases like blood pressure, hypertension, etc., is on increasing trend.
Okay. What major health initiatives have been taken in the past year under your leadership to improve rural health care in Kinnaur?
Recently, we all have faced with this thing, COVID cases. During those days, it was very difficult, as you told us, that it's a mountainous, rough terrain, a difficult area.
Okay.
So during those days, we had really difficult because we didn't have oxygen concentrators. It was very difficult to get vaccinations, etc. During those days, where even mobile network was not working, like highest village, Django and circle, etc. So we had a difficult time, and with the cooperation of local population, particularly Panchayati Raj institutions and Mahila Mandals, they had cooperated a lot. During initial phase, even they had donated oxygen cylinders, oxygen concentrators, etc. And they used to gather at one place for immunization. So that way, we were the first district in India in 2020 or 2021 to immunize all the eligible population against COVID, so that people they don't get a complication of COVID. So that was the major challenge, and we did it. So after that, as I told you, nowadays during recent surveys, we had found that hypertension and diabetes is a growing trend. So that way we have established facilities. We have in Kinnaur 35 sub-centers, 23 PHCs, 3 CHC, 2 CH and 1 regional hospital where we are sitting right now. So that way we have 65 institutions in network, meaning by each and every village is covered by health institution, so may it be primary level, and small hamlets where this health system is not penetrated. We have engaged ASHAs, accredited social health activists. 120 ASHAs are presently working for health department. So you know that Kinnaur has a 73 panchayats. That way, we have almost every panchayat is covered. Say 65 health institutions are there, 125 ASHAs are there. So that way 66 medical officers are there. So that way we are nicely, when health system has nicely penetrated, even at community, farthest community level.
Indeed,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Sir, the terrain is tough and distance are long. Could you tell us about the ambulance and emergency responses system in place, especially for far-flung areas?
As Pan-India
Yeah.
ambulance services is concerned, we have a national ambulance service,
Okay.
which we, in layman term,
Mhm.
we call it 108 as well.
Okay.
So anybody having any issue, may it be related to your road traffic accident, may it be fire, may it be theft, or particularly in Kinnaur area, etc., we get landslides, avalanches, etc. The first responder is 108 only. 108. It is stationed at 7 locations in district Kinnaur, right from Chora, entry gate of Kinnaur, to Chango or Samdo. Last station is at Chango, and first is at Bhavanagar. And any incident taking place near the highways, we had been able to respond, though a standard, or it should be standard time for responding, must be half an hour. Golden hour we know.
Yeah.
Golden hour we all know that within 1 hour, if traffic accident victim or any patient for that matter, if they are given service within 1 hour, so they can be, precious life can be saved. So that way, these ambulances, say at Babanagar, then at Karcham, then at Rikong Pio, Ribba, Spilo, Poo, Nako, Chango. Whole national highway is covered by national ambulance services as well as departmental services. So that way we are able to respond within half an hour in periphery of national highways. But in remote villages like from Nako to Hango, sometimes it may take more than 1 hour. Similarly, though ambulance is stationed at Babanagar, Rupi, the farthest village in Nichar village, it takes 2 hours.
Okay.
There are limitations. We are working on it. Recently, we have stationed ambulance at Rupi as well. Similarly, with the passage of time, so we will be able to cover these remote villages by departmental ambulances.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the very most important abhi jo ho rakha hai, with Shipkila opening up to tourists, what kind of medical issues expected, especially for those not accustomed to high altitude?
Basically, we all know that mountain sickness, it happens at high altitude. And Shipkila is at almost 13,000 feet. And Namgya, which is base camp, we can say, is at 9,000 feet. The elevation, this 30 kilometers from Namgya to Shipkila, it takes almost 2 hours. Within 2 hours, one is climbing at 4,000. And body needs to acclimatize. If we remain for the longer time at Shipkila, or we exert more, say run fast, or we get dehydrated, then problems may arise. But for the shorter period of time, say for 1 hour or half an hour, if people they are staying there, so they may generally, majority of the people, those who are otherwise physically fit, they may not have any problem. But the person who are already compromised with health, like those who are diabetic, those who have those who are hypertensive, or with a cardiac problem, or the respiratory problem, they may have problem at 30,000 feet, because it is documented that after 10,000, up to 10,000, generally people they don't get mountain sickness. Namgya, nobody will get mountain sickness at Namgya, which is at 9,000 feet. After Namgya, during that 2 hours, or at Shipkila, when you are having sightseeing, or you are having a glance of this thing, Chinese occupied Tibetan region, autonomous region, so they may have problems. Problems may be shortness of breath, dehydration, sometimes a person may get colics, right? So that way, as I told you, we have National Ambulance Service stationed at Spilo, so one can call at 108. Secondly, as soon as person gets breathlessness or dizziness, they should descend down.
Okay.
As I told you earlier, Namgya, which is situated to 9,000 feet by skin, if some person having some problem, medical problem, or dizziness, जिसको हम लोग बोले चक्कर आना या फिर उसको जी मचलाना, इस तरह का कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा, तो they should descend down. Within 1 hour, they get from 13,000 elevation to 9,000. So then people will be all right.
Okay.
Secondly, we have Ayurvedic dispensary at Namgya, from where the Namgya village and Shipkila bifurcation is there, just at 10 meters. So we have medicines there. We have oxygen concentrators, we have oxygen, we have medicines related to primary medicines, right? And from Namgya, almost it takes 1 hour. We have a good hospital. There is a civil CHC, community health center at Poo is there, where 5 medical officers are posted. Free laboratory services is there, X-ray is there, ultrasound is there, medicines are free.
Yes.
So anybody having any issues, health related issues, can visit there, which functions for 24 hours. That's the primary level thing. But from Poo to Rikaungpio, almost 2 hours travel time. A fully equipped regional hospital is there, where we have got 11 specialties, which includes your medical, surgery, orthopedic, gynae, pediatrician, ophthalmology, anesthesia, and lot many, and X-ray, ultrasound, 24 hours lab services. It is there, and oxygen plant is there. So services can be had. And even from Shipkila, if you directly travel without visiting CHC, Spilo, even then also we can reach regional hospital Rikaungpio or 3 hours. But particularly regarding mountain sickness, when you descend down, the problem, half of the problem goes there. And in between, on National Highway, we have got primary health center at Spilo, which is 2 hours from Shipkila, and then PHC Ribba right on the National Highway. That is also fully equipped. So that way, we have good health infrastructure to take care of locals as well as those who travel from outside. Yeah.
It's really nice, sir. Sir, is there any plan to set up a temporary health post or mobile medical units along tourists during the tourist season?
As of now, we don't have any infrastructure, health infrastructure creation in pipeline as of now. But in future, say a lot of tourists they visit, a lot of crowding happens, and on the depending upon the feedback, if required, temporary medical health check post can be opened. From Namgya, Kha, and in between, anywhere, depending on the feedback. Yes, definitely it will be. But right now it is not in pipeline.
Okay. This is informative, sir. Sir, tourism brings both opportunity and pressure. How do you plan to balance the medical needs and needs of tourists and local resident without compromising these services?
See, as I told you earlier,
Yeah.
District Kinnaur has a population not even 1 lakh. By standard, in 1 lakh of population, we need to have 20, particularly at hilly and difficult areas, Indian Public Health Standards, it says that every 20,000 population will have 1 PHC. So that way, whole Kinnaur should have had 5 PHCs. We have 23 PHCs. Because on the criteria of distance, because it's sparsely populated area, because distance needs to be taken care of. So taking that thing in mind, so we have more than required health institutions penetrated to the remotest village. There is no habitation, I would say. There is no habitation in Kinnaur district which is not covered by health infrastructure. Yeah, maybe you are Asha, maybe a pharmacist or a doctor, So similarly, with the increased influx of tourists for 1 to 2 years,
Okay.
till major flux is not there, so we are in the position to cater tourists as well as locals at same health post.
Yes.
But in coming, say, like Atari border, etc., where a lot of tourists are visiting, similarly it happens in Shipkila also. So we may open health check post for preventive as well as treatment. This thing.
Well,
Because we are trained in that. Rightly, Kinnaur, Kailash Yatra, it takes place in the month of July and August every year.
okay.
We do keep our pharmacists with a fully equipped oxygen and required medicine at Melinghata and Gufa, which is at elevation of again 12,000 or 13,000 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way, when our people, they are trained, and regularly that yatra is happening, and people are getting trained every year.
Nice,
Yeah.
sir. So lastly, what advice would you like to give a tourist visiting Shipkila regarding health precautions, first aid and emergency readiness?
Advice for those who are going to Shipkila, because it is higher mountain
Yeah.
and drier area. One is prior health checkup, if possible. They should get it done before going to Shipkila. And secondly, because it is dry, one must keep hydrated. They should take a water bottle with them so that they keep drinking water. If they are hydrated, nothing will happen. Secondly, those who are sick and aged in a sense more than 80.
Okay.
They should take precaution. They should not walk very fast. They should not exert there.
Okay.
And in case it may be sick or old or normal people, if they get some problem like dizziness or fainting or increased thirst or breathlessness, immediately they should descend down to Namgya or Khap, which is below 9,000, and they will have a definite health benefit in terms of oxygen concentration, oxygen saturation, etc. Then if they don't have that, they can have 108 ambulances there, nearby health institutions are there, they may visit that place. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.